Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta Snake Eater. We are in the laboratory where either Grenin or I think we are after Sokolov is being held. No kills, no alerts is the objective. I don't have a lot of time, it's just a Tuesday and it's already after 9 and I still have to cook. So it will be a short episode, but at least I would like to clear the outside of the compound and get the 2 collectibles. But first let's see what our friends have to say.
I see you've made it inside the outer wall. Sokolov is inside the lab. Look for a way in and use it to infiltrate the lab. Sokolov is inside the lab. Look for... When in first-person view...
Some types of food spoil fast. Cuts happen when you get slashed. To take a rest.
Right, I have nothing to say.
You can take off your face.
Right, how are we doing on stamina? We can use a quick bite of something. I am on purposefully keeping all these spoiled foods because of the boss fight that is coming up with the fear. We're gonna drain his stamina, and I think if you throw spoiled food, that takes a chunk of his stamina if he eats it. But yeah, these fully heal your stamina, and I only need less than 1 bar, so it's a waste if I take that now. We'll hopefully find some other food nearby. Maybe over there. Nope. I wonder, by the way, if we now go here, we open the door, could there be a collectible? I'm sure if I now walk forward, we load in the other area. I wanted to see if there was maybe a collectible hidden behind the door. Anywho, 1 enemy, 2 enemy, and I think at the back there is also 1. So honestly, I think it is quickest compared to waiting until they super slowly walk all the way back. If we just reload. And we try to immediately take out the guy here. Alright, I need to do that quicker. I need to point my gun quicker at him. Here we go. I'm not even looking if other people can see me. Ah, fuck me. Yeah, so that guy does see me. We can do it differently. Oh, but first I do want to check. They may have a film reel. And that I'm gonna take the chance that he doesn't have a film reel. So we're gonna shoot him. Then his buddy hopefully comes over. We will just shoot them all. Easy does it. If he would have been carrying a film reel, one of the 15 collectibles, then you would have seen it get destroyed while shooting him. Where is the other dude? I think he's over there, behind the area. It's actually super easy this. I was not here, there he is.
Who's that?
Alright, so yeah, I'm cheesing, or not cheesing my way through, but I'm really taking the easy route. Yeah, we also need to make a bit of progress. We are already way long. Fuck my life! I was purposefully shooting above his head because there is bullet drop with the tranquilizer gun. But I missed. Right, are there dogs here? Is what I wonder.
What the? Huh? What's that?
Fuck me, there are more guys. Alright, let's just first take out these two. No, Snake, what the hell are you doing? Probably this is taking too much time. But the other guy waking up. So I'm gonna be cautious. By the way, I don't know whether this guy was carrying a film reel. I didn't really pay attention. Probably I will screw up again and then I get a chance to check it out. Damn it. Snake, what the hell are you doing?
Freeze. Answer me.
To the northeast.
What's to the
I'll
northeast?
speak.
In the armory.
Ah, there's an armory.
Answer me.
There's some ammo.
Speak.
Bastard.
Freeze.
Right, I have to be careful for the other guys not spotting me. So far so good. By the way, I am going to save. So that I can, once we clear this
You want to
area,
save? Hold on a sec.
I can go back to it to quickly see if that second guy didn't have like a film reel.
Snake, have you seen Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb?
What?
Dr. Strangelove. Have you seen it?
No.
It's about this insane American Air Force commander who sends a bomber out to drop an H-bomb on Russia. It's a black comedy.
Doesn't sound very funny to me.
The actor who plays Dr. Strangelove also plays two of the other main characters. It's actually kind of funny once you get past the scary parts. It just came out this year, so I bet you could still go and see it.
Maybe when I'm in a lighter state of mind, I'll give it a try. Freeze. Speak.
From the balcony. You can get out.
Alright, good to know.
Under the truck.
Speak.
There's some ammo.
Speak.
Bastard.
now for the other two guys. One is looking the other way currently. One, two. If it are only two, no way. That was stupid.
The enemy, he's here.
Fuck me. Right, that guy didn't have a radio. That's really nice, because I was not looking forward to waiting for the reinforcements to come. And then have to wait that alert phase out. So that was, oh fuck me, but I didn't see if he had, I'm really not paying attention. If they have like film reels. So I am going to reload it just to double check that I don't see anything breaking when I shoot them.
Freeze. Speak.
I'm not talking.
Speak.
Let go of me.
Speak.
I'm not talking.
Freeze.
Alright, I hope there's not a guy walking all at the back there. I don't think so. I think, by the way, that the collectible is all at the back there. Around the corner.
Freeze. Speak.
I'm not talking.
Speak.
Fire support request 147.82.
Speak.
Let go of me.
Freeze.
Alright, I think over here there's also a way in. There we go. And that's the way down, out from the balcony. That's what the other guy said. And now the question is, isn't there any collectible here? I don't see it. Alright, there was something underneath. I do think also maybe there's a way to get here. If you disguise yourself as a box near a truck, they will actually put you on the truck and bring you wherever the truck is going. But I didn't see a truck before, at least I don't think so. So I don't think that mechanic works over here. Alright, I think the guy did say there's something underneath the trucks, but unless I already picked it up when going. Ah, here we go, a little bit of ammo. By the way, nice detail. Suspension, bolts, drive shaft, pretty damn nice. Anywho, there is one collectible. And we only need second one. I think it's behind this house, behind the armory. Nope. Maybe within the armory. Ah, we have a new weapon. A state-of-the-art assault rifle, the XM16E1, currently being field tested by the US Army. Uses small caliber, high muzzle velocity, 5.56 45mm ammunition, 20 round magazine. Right, let's see what our friend has to say about this one. Yeah, cool weapon. It's really like the Vietnam weapon. I really like the styling, at least. I don't know about the shooting capabilities. I'm not a gun expert whatsoever, but I like it better than the AK-47. The AK-47 looks evil to me. This indeed, it's really weird, but that actually the bad guys in the Cold War, like the communists, had like an evil looking weapon. This weapon somehow, of course they're both guns, but it looks more fair to me. Looks like the good guy weapon. Anywho, let's see what our friend has to say.
Snake, you've got a...
I know. It's some new kind of rifle out of the West. Looks kind of like a black rifle.
No, it's not an AR-15. It's an XM16E1, a top-of-the-line rifle that the Army adopted recently on a trial basis. The U.S. military was working on a new concept for a light infantry weapon from the late 40s through the mid-50s.
Wow, so long.
In the end, they
10
decided
years.
they wanted a .22 caliber high muzzle velocity rifle with full auto capability. What they came up with was the AR-15, the so-called black rifle. The one you've got there, the XM16E1, is a modified AR-15 that's been fitted with a bolt forward assist. I heard they're doing performance evaluations down in Southeast Asia.
So they captured one in Vietnam and brought it here?
That's my guess. But that thing looks a lot different from a regular XM16E1. There must have been a gunsmith present at the field test who made all these modifications on the spot. The fact that it's painted in camouflage colors shows that more and more people these days are starting to realize the importance of camouflage.
They made it so it takes a suppressor, too.
Yep, that's a nice feature to have for a recon unit on a sneaking mission deep in enemy territory. You can attach and detach the suppressor by opening the weapon window and pressing the enter button. Oh, and the firing mechanism's been modified to enable 3-shot bursts.
Why the hell would they do that?
These days, a lot of new recruits aren't used to firing in full auto mode. They have no trigger control and end up emptying the whole clip at once. Maybe they were experimenting with ways to prevent that and came up with the burst mechanism as a possible solution.
Stupid idea, if you ask me.
Hey, give it a chance. It might come in handy. Open the weapon window to switch between semi-auto, full auto, and 3-shot burst modes. Have fun with that.
Wow, I was not aware that the AR-15, which you hear so much about in current day news, but that weapon actually stems from 1959. That's just crazy. Was not aware of that. Anywho, so we have a new firearm. We'll not be using it a lot because we're doing a stealth playthrough. Let's blow up the armory. I mean, why not? That will pretty cool. That ivy that you see through the window really gives a nice immersion. But it's actually a building outside. Anywho, this will reduce the amount of items ammunition that the enemy has. Alright, now the only thing that we need is the Gecko collectible, the duck, little ducky. Just looking around, sometimes they're hidden in spots that you really have to be in a certain location to get a line of sight. Man, I really like the color tone of these textures. It's spot on, I find. It really looks like mossy rocks and undergrowth. And also the tone of the lights in HDR looks really nice, if you ask me. God damn it, there cannot be that many places where that freaking duck is hidden, right? The problem is the duck is yellow, but it has like this black coat on often. And then if it's turned with its back to you, it has like a black coat, then it's just a little black ball, which can be super hard to make out, to find. I do really like collectible hunting. I don't know why. Super stupid, super simple. But I like it. And respect for the developers being able to hide something apparently in plain sight, because there are really not that many hiding spots here. At least. I don't think so. And I like the little reflection in these tail lights, and it looks pretty damn good. Really nice. Man, gaming is so much fun if you think about it. Good games. All the late 90s, early 2000s. Looking forward to replaying Black Flag. I still have to do some Tomb Raiders. I'm gonna redo Killzone 1 and 2. I'm gonna redo the Gears of War. I'm already starting with 1. I'm gonna do the Halo 1, 2, 3. So many cool games. And the nice thing is, they're so long ago that many of them I don't remember exactly how they were, what the story was, etc. So it's basically like a new playthrough. But all of them are a gazillion times better than modern games, I can tell you. I highly recommend any gamer, even if you're young, even if you're 12 years old, in 2025 and you never experienced that era of gaming, I highly recommend you to play those games, late 90s, early 2000s. Peak of gaming. Manly, visceral, dramatic stories, cool weapons. Also, let's say 2010-ish, also still cool. But after, let's say 2015 to 2025, 90% crap. Absolute crap. Right, I'm now getting a little bit embarrassed. Right, is he in between one of these wheels? God damn it. Think it. Wow. I do have to say, this is pretty crazy. How hard? Ah, I found it. Nice. You see, if you look at it from here, it's pretty hard to see it. But it's over there. Alright, so now I don't really know exactly, but I'm gonna just try it. I think if we use this uniform, that there may be, we can get into the building, like there's a hole in the wall over there. I think that gets you inside like the inner courtyards. I wonder, can't we just walk in here? Ah no, if I press the action button, fastening Snake's glasses, or however you say that, straightening his glasses. Right, so we could go in through here. Nini Gorky Lab. If you're dressed like a scientist while in the lab, the soldiers won't consider you suspicious. However, if a scientist gets a close look at your face, your ruse will be exposed. It's important to note that you are unable to use most weapons and CQC techniques while wearing a scientist uniform. Holy shit, no CQC. Oh wow, we had like tips for the pain. The one of Ocelot we already read, Darkness we read. The pain is invulnerable to attacks when clad in his Hornet armor. You'll need to use heavy weaponry such as grenades or shotguns in order to scatter the Hornets away from his body first. Use items such as smoke grenades or bug juice to help you avoid the Hornets' attacks. You can also jump into the water to get away from them. Ah, fuck me, I could have used smoke grenades. If you get hit by the pain's bullet beads, your life will continue to decrease if the wound is left untreated. Be sure to use cure quickly and remove the bullet beads. Alright, but you see here, you see Snake jumping, diving into the water. It took me a really long time to figure that out, because you have to be at the edge of the rock, not move, and then press the triangle button. I think it was triangle. Then you will dive and you will stay submerged. But if you do it in any other fashion, like while running and jumping, or you get into the water, but his head stays above water, And it takes forever to then submerge yourself. I don't know why, it's a super slow animation, and then often you get attacked by the bullet bees. It's super annoying. That fight was pretty damn annoying. Anywho, so we know what the uniform does. Unfortunately, I don't have time to man, they did a good job in this remaster, I have to say. It really feels like the original game. Just looks better. Amazingly well done. Marble table. Yeah, I find it an amazing remaster. And also the fact that they kept all the mechanics the same. It's really terrific. Same voice actors, etc. And I remember being here in the playthrough that's on the channel. I was actually doing a playthrough of MGS 3. Then I got distracted with other games, and then this game came out of nowhere. I wasn't really following it at all. And now I'm here again. Here, pretty cool. Metal Gear Solid 3. Only thing I found they could have done the books. I recognized this asset from earlier environments. In my view, they could have done a little bit more detail on the book covers. That's also because before starting this playthrough, I've been for weeks modding Skyrim again, triggered by the Oblivion remake. I was like, fuck this remake, I'm going back to Skyrim. No, the remake is good, but yeah, I also still need to finish Skyrim. Another example of a great game from the 2000s. And I've been modding it for weeks. Also, I was off of work. I didn't go anywhere. I only spent time modding, basically full time. And I have like this mod from the Nexus, book covers of Skyrim. It's super detailed book covers. So that's why I have now a keen eye for book covers in games. Anywho, this is some Metal Gear. Is that the one from... No, that cannot be the one from MGS1, because MGS1 chronologically is after this game, I guess. Water Tower. Alright, amazing remake. I cannot say anything else. Here, isn't that Fogin? I don't know. This looks like the timeline that you see like in the one of the games. I don't remember which one. There's like this whole timeline that you can scroll past with random political events on there, intertwined with Metal Gear Solid relevant dates from the story. Anywho, that is about this, but now we are quickly going to reload this one. And I just want to make sure I don't see anything being destroyed. Like that these guys... Nothing there. Nothing there. That they don't have like a film reel. No, I don't think so. I didn't see anything breaking. This guy didn't see a film reel on the fronts. And also I don't see anything breaking. Alright, so we did what we set out to do. It's a short episode, unfortunately I don't have more time. But we cleared out the outside of the compound, got all the collectibles, and in the next episodes, hopefully tomorrow, after work, we continue in the next episode. Let's see what our friends have to say.
I see you're disguised as a scientist. It suits you rather nicely. As long as you don't do anything suspicious, like roll or crawl, the enemy should have no reason to suspect you. Sokolov is somewhere inside that lab. Find out where he is and make contact with him. If you want to know where Sokolov is, why don't you ask one of the people around there? Snake, your disguise seems to be working. But don't forget that you're trying to pass as a scientist. Don't do anything that a scientist wouldn't do, like roll or crawl, and certainly don't go around punching people. If an enemy starts to suspect something, don't run away. Stay where you are and remain still. That should get you out of most situations. Snake, be careful of those scientists as well. If they get a good look at your face, they'll know that you're not one of the scientists assigned to the lab. Take care to keep your face hidden from the scientists. Even if they figure out who you are, the scientists won't attack you, but you'll be in for it if they cry out or press one of the alarm switches on the walls. If a scientist starts to suspect something, turn your face away until the suspicion passes.
Ah, so you can just turn away. That's
If you get a chance,
super
try
valuable
interrogating
tip.
a scientist. He might have some valuable information for you. Remove your disguise temporarily and use CQC to grab a scientist. Then press the interrogate button.
Yeah, that is what I wanted to check out, whether I can grab enemies in this outfit. Apparently not.
Be careful, though. If you get blood on your clothes, the enemy will see through your disguise. If you do get blood on your clothes, go into the survival viewer and change into a different outfit. After a while, the blood should come out on its own. As long as you're disguised as a scientist, you won't be able to equip guns and knives. On the other hand, you might be able to equip items that don't look like weapons at first glance. Snake, enemy soldiers who operate indoors aren't equipped with radios. To communicate with command, they'll have to use the radio-equipped alarm systems located on the walls. If you're spotted by an enemy, you can avoid going into alert phase by taking him out before he can use the alarm system. If there's something to grab onto during a fall, press the action button. It's possible to destroy the radio that enemy correspondents use. If you must get involved in a fight, destroying the radio first will allow you to concentrate on the battle without worrying about reinforcements.
Alright, that was a
Snake,
new one.
the Mark 22 is a Snake, if you find an item box, use first-person view to take a good look and find out what's inside. Sometimes it's dangerous to blindly go after an item. That's why you should check first to make sure the item in the item box is worth the trouble.
Yeah,
If you can't get a good look, you can use your binoculars.
I don't understand this hint, because when is picking up an item dangerous? I really cannot imagine any item that could harm Snake by picking it up. But maybe there is.
Snake, the damage that an enemy takes from your gun depends on where you hit him. If you hit an arm or leg, one shot won't be enough to finish him. If you want to take an enemy out in one shot, you'll have to get a solid shot to the head. With your handgun, press the aim button to aim. If you want to lower the weapon without firing, you'll just have to practice until you get the hang of it. I've heard of a lot of cases where if you train yourself now, you won't be liable to miss. If you're unsure of yourself, Snake, the damage that an enemy takes from you.
Alright, he does, I think, have had a couple of new entries.
When in first-person view with an equipped... Snake, if you find an item...
Alright, he's looping. Let's do one more.
When you hold an enemy up, sometimes he will give you an item. Conducting a hold-up presents risks, but it is a useful technique when you're running low on ammunition or medical items. After you've received an item from a hold-up, you might try holding the enemy up again. He might give up a more precious, hidden item. You can climb up onto waist-high objects by pressing the act. Climbing can get you to locate, and it may help you reach items that don't forget to try climbing. The assault rifle works just like the handgun. Press the aim. If you want to lower the weapon without fire, just release the aim. Be careful not to fire the weapon. Press the CQC button when you're up against a wall to creating sound. There are many. Use it to lure an enemy or lure an enemy near you. Then ambush the enemy. Use it to your... Snake, press the memory button when in the memory window. This saves you the time. The battlefield airwaves are littered with various transmissions. You can find... Press the CQC button when you're up at create or use it. Also in the corner view, you can traverse... After you've grabbed an enemy from behind, this is some of your enemies have valuable information. Press the crouch button while if there's something to grab onto during a fall, stand near a fallen enemy and press the reload button to hold the reload button and move to drag. With your handgun, press the aim button to aim. If you want to lower the weapon, you'll just have to practice. I've heard of a lot of cases. Snake, if you find an item box, use first-person view to take a... Snake, remember that we'll be providing you with support over the radio, and there's no way you'll survive a battle. Avoid engagement whenever possible.
Alright, there were some new entries, also on the aiming and accidentally shooting entry. That is luckily not an issue anymore with the modern controls, but in the original game it was really finicky. I think you had to press the square button lightly to draw your weapon and then fully to shoot. But that is super finicky because it were pressure sensitive face buttons, but it was very easy to accidentally, instead of only drawing your weapon, accidentally shooting it. Super annoying, weird control scheme that was. Anywho.
Some types of food spoil. Eat food to recover. Cuts happen when you get...
See, it's nothing new. Sigin maybe?
When you're using the assault rifle, pressing the aim button, that's nice if you need to drop nearby enemies with some speed. But it's difficult if you need to take more accurate shots, like tagging enemies in vital spots from a distance. Use the first person. Doing so will allow you to aim. You can take precise aim when you're focusing on your mark. It will be as accurate. Covering your body is a good start. The woodland paint is most...
Nope. Only old ones. Did I already save this one? I don't think so, right?
You want to save? Snake, have you ever seen the guns of Navarone?
Never.
It's about a mission to blow up the huge guns on the island of Navarone during World War II. 6 men are chosen to participate in the operation, each with his own special ability. They only have until an English destroyer passes by the island to complete their mission. Facing impossible odds, the 6 men have to sneak onto the island from a cliff on the southern shore.
That doesn't sound like something I'd want to watch in my free time.
Maybe not for you, but the Major was absolutely crazy about it.
The Major?
He told me to tell you how great it was.
Tell him I'll go see it as soon as I get back to the States.
Do you want to tell him yourself?
No, let's save that for later. I'd better get back to the mission.
Yeah.
Alright, I really was expecting the Major to come on the radio there and do like a 5 minutes exposition of that movie. Anywho, again, I'm so bummed out that I have to work. It's such a cool game. Here, like a little cigar in there on the ashtray. The plate is a little bit dirty. The marble texture is pretty spot on. And they did a real good job, I find. Anywho, it is what it is. I can really look at all these amazing textures and assets for a long time. Even a little chandelier or a wall lamp model is just amazing. It is what it is. Let's roleplay as a receptionist. Hello, how may I help you? Anywho, it is what it is. I have to end it here. And also their uniforms looks pretty good. Although I find the red part maybe a little bit oversaturated. Or maybe not. Looks pretty amazing. Yeah, I really don't want to stop, but I have to stop. So it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next episode. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.